Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Stage Door. This is a project between The Stage Door on Rogers TV Cornerbrook and the Graham Academy with Grossmorn Summer Music. So thanks so much to all of our Graham Academy members who are here and ready with some questions for the Q&A with us live. And our guest now is Camilo Dominguez, Camilo the Magician, as he's well known as. Welcome to the show, Camilo. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you for having me. Great to see you after, I don't know, a couple of years, 2 years,
Yeah,
probably, 2-3 years.
Certainly been a while since you've been on our shores, but you know, we've kept up with your work on Instagram and Facebook videos for sure.
Nice.
So Camilo, one of the questions that's already coming in, and I was going to ask it anyway, but a lot of the kids are really anxious to know. What made you choose to become a magician?
The number one question. Love it. To be honest, there is, I was actually telling the story last night. There's 3 theories in my family about me becoming a magician. I started doing magic when I was 4 years old. And my older brother says because there was a magician in a restaurant who did a magic effect to us when we were kids. My grandmother used to say because my uncle used to do like little family tricks at home for the family gatherings. And my dad says because one of his friends is a magician in Colombia, a very well-known magician in Colombia. So those are the 3 theories. But to be honest, I don't believe any of those 3 at all. I think that I started doing magic like most kids started by watching another magician on TV. And I was like, oh, I love to do that. And then the reason why I became is my parents encouraged me to do it. Like I said, hey, I like magic. I like this guy on TV. And my parents just pushed me in the right direction. But I think that's the reason why I started.
Absolutely. It's funny, you know, in all of the interviews that we've had, I think everyone kind of credited their parents for pushing them forward into the path that we artists are crazy enough to take on in our life, you know.
100%. Like I think your family and friends, if they're behind you, it's like a big it's a big thing to have behind you, because like I know a lot of people that have that stigma of the artist. It's like, oh, are you gonna go into art? Like every time that I say, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a magician. No, but what do you actually do? Like, I know magic is a hobby. I'm like, no, I actually do magic. Like, what? But having your family support you through like a very early age, for me, was amazing. Like I remember my mom told me when I decided, hey mom, like I want to do magic. This is not only just for fun. I want to be a magician. She told me, Camilo, it's up to you what you do. Just make sure you put all your 100% effort into it, become the best at it. And that's how I just kind of like kept going. But I know it's hard for a lot of people that they don't have that family push to the back, and like that like it's hard for their parents to also accept that sometimes. So it's definitely a huge deal to have that.
Yeah, absolutely. And last week we had Phil Churchill and Jerry and Andrew of the Once, and they were saying, you know, that it's not only the doors being open, it's charging through them. You know, it's going forward and taking that risk on your own too. Even if you have some people pushing you ahead, you still have to just accept what's coming at you, and there you go. Then you get
and
further.
Not knowing what is coming at you. Like that's the thing. It's like, for example, right now, like where we're living right now is the perfect example for us artists to be like, okay, how to perform without an audience, like how to do magic or music or sing or dance. So it's quite a challenge, but yeah, it's true. Like even if you have the family backup, like pushing you forward, it's up to you to just go for it and just don't stop chasing it, what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. So I guess a question kind of connected to that would be, you know, in recent years, you've become quite popular on Instagram with your magic tricks. So how has magic changed through the years and through, you know, social media becoming so much more important in general?
Oh, huge. Like honestly, I always been afraid of that transition. I just have to acknowledge it now that it's happening in our time. But yeah, social media, like anything else, is taking over so many things. There's a big balance that I try to to keep, and it's trying to do magic. Whatever I try to do on social media, I try to be able to do it in real life. Like pretty much everything that I show on social media is gonna be able to do it. I will be able to perform in real life, because I'm afraid of me doing a show like, oh, can you do the one, I don't know, with the chocolate? I'm like, oh no, sorry, I have to do it at home, and like kind of like hide the things, because when you're at home, you can control everything you want. There's so many programs that you can cut and do those things. So that's a little challenge now that I've seen with magic, that is becoming more of magic with the computer instead of the magic of the art per se. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I see a lot of like, and that's another art which is amazing, and I don't have anything against it, but I don't think it's magic when it becomes technology involved, like cutting and pasting and like watching the angles with the camera and those kind of things. So I see that a lot of magic is going in that direction. I'm still not a big fan. Hopefully in the future I'll be like, wow, this is amazing. I think it's amazing, but I don't think it's real magic in that sense. But yeah, social media is taking over. I love to do it. Like I love to do the little like magic here and there. Like after this interview, I'm gonna do a little video to post tomorrow. But yeah, it's changing a lot. Like all the magic is coming now into the phones, and not only like little videos of magicians showing, it's also becoming a very important part for other shows. Like when I do like walking around, for example, in restaurants, or when I do in weddings, like I'm doing magic. And I don't know, let's go back 5, 8, 10 years ago, people had more time to like sit down and enjoy the magic, and a lot of magic is a lot about the story behind. So like, I don't know, go like 7, 8 minutes telling a story and then doing one effect. Now people don't have time because they're on their phones and they just want magic on the go. Like they're like, oh, you're a magician? Okay, show me something. The amount of people that I get in every event, like walking around, like, can you do like a 10-second for my Snapchat, please, for my Snapchat, is crazy. Like it's just, people just they don't want to see the magic. They want to record the magic and then post it on any social media platform. So it's a thing that we all have to acknowledge that is happening, and take, I guess, advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's you know, it's high pressure, because for a show you get to prepare, you get the showmanship. Whereas, you know, as a magician, you know, I remember even when you did your show here, you know, we all went out afterwards, and of course, you know, you're at Whalen's Gate. It's like, hey, do some tricks now. It's like, you're a magician? Oh, show it. So you never really get time off of being a magician once people know that you can do it.
Yeah, and I love that. Like I'm always with a deck of cards in my pocket. Like I put my deck of cards before I put my wallet in my pocket, and I walk out, and I love it. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun just to be over. Like every time that I do a show over there, and then we go for beers, it's just like, hey, let's do magic and let's have fun. But yeah, with technology, things are changing in a big way.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess the next question is, you know, of course, you have a song that's inspired by you. So, you know, it's a great song by Said the Whale. It actually, the album just had its 10th anniversary now. The album that it appeared on. So, what was it like to all of a sudden have a band, you know, decide, hey, we're gonna sing a song about this guy?
It's, well, first of all, thank God it's a good song, and it's a catchy song. It's pretty cool, and something that has been happening lately, because before, when the song came out 10 years ago, it was for our generation, right? So people that were hiring me 10 years ago were not like, they didn't know much about Set the Wall, they were not like big fans of the band, let's say. So before, when I used to mention the song, not a lot of people knew about it. Now, I was talking to my wife, now in the past like 2-3 years, people that are hiring me are our generation. So it's pretty cool when I mention, oh yeah, I'm doing magic show, my name is Camilo. Oh, Camilo? Have you heard the song Camilo the Magician? And you're like, yeah, I know the story behind. So it's pretty cool how now it's becoming more popular, and it's been helping me more for my name, for my artistic name, I guess. But the story behind is that I was living in Victoria. I was going to high school there. So I moved from Colombia to Victoria. Like my parents sent me to learn English to do grade 10, just for 1 year. But I loved it so much. And I've been here now for 15 years in Canada. But so I was in Victoria. My older brother was living here in Vancouver, and he invited me for the weekend to come for a party. And of course, I arrived. As usual, as I said, I had my deck of cards and I was doing magic. And I had no idea who Said the Well was at the time. I didn't know anything about Tyler, Ben, or Jocelyn, anybody from the band. And I started doing magic at the party. And let's say that I'm doing magic to you, Ian. Boom, 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 boom. I do the magic. Nice to meet you, Ian. Bye-bye. Boom, went back to Victoria. Then months later, a friend of my brother's sends me a Facebook message. And she's like, hey, Camilo, so there's this band called Said the Well. They really like your magic and they want to write a song about you. So here are some little questions. And I'm like, yeah, fantastic. I didn't really actually search about Said the Well that day. Like I thought it was a huge honor, but I didn't know how big was Said the Well. So I told them, hey, when you have the song, let me know. I would love to listen to the song. And they're like, okay, sure. And then I remember it was May 7th, the following year, my brother's birthday. And they did a show here at an event place that is called the Commodore, which is it's a space to do music concerts. And I went there, and as soon as I hear the song and I see the band and I think this place is huge, I'm like, oh my God, this is big. This is huge. So of course, after that, we went backstage. I started doing more magic for those guys. And then we've been chatting for the past 10 years in a way. And actually, you mentioned it, the 10-year anniversary just happened. And it was pretty cool because we got in touch and they did a show at Malkin Ball, which is in Stanley Park here. It's an outdoors theater. And they did a huge concert here. And when they played Camilo the Magician, they invited me to do one trick on the stage when they were playing the song. So it was quite the experience to like watch all these huge people listen to the song and then welcome to the stage Camilo the Magician while the song is playing. It was quite the honor and quite the experience.
Yeah, that's certainly it kind of comes full circle, I guess, in a way, you know.
It's exactly the way that I told them. It's like it just came full circle. Like it was a perfect way to put those 10 years of the song.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's nice to see that, you know, that the credit's still there and to inspire something that has become, you know, quite a popular album. The whole album that it's on has certainly garnered them a lot of praise, critical praise for Said the Whale. So it's
good times.
Neat. So you know, I have to ask. It's interesting. You know, there's a certain secrecy around being a magician. You know, so how do you get to learn a new trick?
Well, there's many different ways after years of I get experience that you get to learn. Like at the beginning, you try to go to like back in the day for us was VHS or DVDs, so through videos in a way. There is also magicians, so that's for me that's my favorite way to learning from other magicians. And then after many years, you become you get to know things like an architect. You go to school, and then it's up to you to decide how to design your buildings or your houses or whatever. For magicians, it's the same, and I guess for musicians and singers, it's the same. That you have the basics, you learn the basics, and then you can create your own, and you get so much satisfaction from creating your own in a way. But at the same time, magic is something that I don't think is ever well, I know for a fact that it's never ever gonna be an ending point. Like you know everything. Every single day, people are creating more and more things. And even though I've been doing it for 26 years, I still get amazed for so many magicians. Like every time on Instagram, I see YouTube, I'm like, wow, how do you this is amazing. So every time it's evolving. So every time you can learn more, but definitely the best way for me to learn is through another magician. Because I believe that magic is not about the actual effect on its own. Like how do you do the effect? It's about all the history behind. Because there's so many things somebody can teach you a magic trick, like I do. Like when I do my summer camps there in Newfoundland, or when I go back to Colombia and I teach magic, or when I do it here in the summer, I teach. And then I'm like an open book. You can ask me, another magician can ask me, Camilo, how does this work? I'm like, my friend, this is how this works. Like if you're a magician, of course, this is how it works. And I'm not afraid of doing that because it's what I want to teach people, and what I learn from other magicians. It's up to you to make that effect yours, unique. So like not to copy it the same way that everybody else does it or somebody else does it. So that's why I love to do one-on-one like with the students, or like when another magician teaches me, because they teach me all the history, all the problems that they had when they were on the stage, like all the experience that they had with those effects. And then you learn the effect, the experience, how to perform it, and then you create your own. So to answer, you can watch videos, books, other magicians, but my favorite is up here, creativity, how to make something happen. And then I get home and then try to make it happen.
I think that's a great way of putting it. You know your point A and your point B, your end point, and how do you make it happen? And that's where the show is. That's where the magic is. It's in between.
And you mentioned point A and point B, and it's pretty cool because you go from point A to point Z and point W. You change so many things. Like when I'm building a show, I have my show. So let's say it's a 90-minute show. This room, I have like paper all around the room. Like, okay, I'm gonna start here with this one. I'm gonna move to this one. Then I'm like, amazing. I have the show is done. Let's close it. I go to bed, and I tell my wife, you know what? I think I'm gonna change something. And she's like, no, babe, you already have it. Like, just leave it like that. And then every time I'm trying to change it and change it and change it. And then you get so many ideas. So I want to create an effect. You say point A to point B, but the process, you change so much. Sometimes I finish with a product that I was not even thinking about it. Like, or ideas just come out of nowhere. Like I'm watching a movie. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's put it into this show, into this trick. So it's quite the process. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So kind of diving in from there. We've talked to the Once last week, and they were talking about kind of how they choose a set list for their musical show. How do you choose a set list for a magic show?
Well, I have, it depends on the show. Like the answer goes depending on the show, I guess. So for example, if it's a show for a corporate event where they ask me to do a show, I don't know, let's say for an example, Apple wants me to do a show and they want me to incorporate the iPad and the iPhone. So I do have a set list, like a musician, of the effects that I'm going to show them, and everything is incorporated with the Apple products. Okay, that's one thing. If I'm doing like Christmas shows as well, I have like a set list that I know that depending on the audience and how many people are going to be in the audience, like what I'm going to show is going to be a bigger illusions, or if it's going to be like a little show more intimate, so it's with the cards. But when I do my shows that people come into the theater for me, I have two versions. One of them, I have a box full of magic inside of it, and I don't even know what I'm going to do. And the stage manager doesn't know, and the lighting guy doesn't know, and the sound guy doesn't know. So it's quite the experience for everybody, because even if you have a run of, I don't know, let's say 10 shows, straight 10 shows, every show is different. So I get surprised. The people behind, like backstage crew, they're like, what on earth is gonna happen tonight? We don't know when this is gonna happen. Is the card gonna be on here? So I just go with the audience kind of like reaction and what I feel. And what I like about those shows is that it's new for me, it's new for the audience. And I love when people go out and they talk about the show and they're like, hey, we went to see the show. Do you remember this? No, he didn't do this. He did what? So they talk and they're completely different shows. But that's not always the case. It's like in music, for example, in a concert, when you have the set list, is when I do like bigger illusions. When I do bigger illusions is because I need a huge team behind me to help me. So you need to have like a set. And I think that the biggest challenge for my shows, I guess, to write it down. So you start with something big, then something that is like a story behind, and I try to make them that the beginning is connected to the end. So that's how I try to work it when I do like my set list for these kind of shows, to make it not to make it like magic, but it's something connected into a story at the end for some specific shows. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I think it's great though, and I've seen your shows that you've done in Cornerbrook, which are of course a bit more intimate, but it's also kind of the finale of a magic camp for the kids that were involved. So it certainly does flow as a story, very much so. And I think that's what I enjoy about it is seeing the theatrical nature of magic that accompanies it.
Well, you mentioned that. I think it's very important, like for a magician. Like there's a magician called Robert Houdin. He was from France, and that's where Houdini comes from. Robert Houdini, and Robert Houdin, this magician, and he used to say that a magician is an actor with the role of a magician. And that's pretty much how I feel. Like I'm just walking on stage and my role is to be a magician on a stage. So with that being said, I think acting is very important for any magician to have in the bag of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. So let's, you know, I know the kids are kind of itching to see some magic, and you said you'd do a trick for us. So
Absolutely, absolutely. I want to ask before, can you see the mat here fine? Is it?
I can see both your hands. I
Okay.
can't see the edge of, like, the deck of cards is a little bit cut off, but I can see
That's fine.
that.
Yeah, well, like this is just a little
Yeah.
box that we're gonna use. Well, actually, let's just start with this little box here. Okay. But could you see? Can you see these pictures, or is it too far?
It's a pirate hat.
Okay, perfect. So let's dive into this one. So this I think you will recognize this, and the kids will recognize what this is.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just the Lego little pieces from like there's just body parts of Lego. There's a clown. Let's see. We have this. We have the head of the clown, the body. You can see it there. Anyways, they're just all different parts of the Lego pieces. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, and then in the back there's just Lego pieces. So it's just cards of Lego in a way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place them right here on the mat. Hopefully you can see them and you can let me know if you've seen them. Let's put this one right here like this. Maybe this one here. Maybe let's put this one right here. Maybe this one here, this one here. Let's go like this. Let's just make it random like this. Let's see, put this one down, this one up, this one down, this one up, kind of like this. Okay, let me move it right there so you can see it on the screen.
Perfect.
Perfect, you can see them right?
Yeah.
Okay, so all these, we 1, 2, 3, okay, we have all of these ones. Okay, now Ian, I want to ask you, and actually you can ask maybe in the chat, they can answer the questions for me, but let's pretend that these cards right here are like a little page of a book. All right, now we can close the page this way, from my right, from my left, from the top, or from the bottom. Which, let's start with you, Ian. Where do you want me to close it first?
All right. Let's say the top first.
From the top. So let's go like this, from the top. Okay. Now, do you want to ask somebody in the chat, the first person that replies, and you will let me know from the right, from the left, from the top?
All right. Which side do we want to fold from? First comment that I see. Oh, left. 3 people said left. It's very popular.
So let's go from the left. Now, we still have left, right, top, bottom. Everybody, whoever goes first, go ahead.
Right.
We go from the right. Okay. Perfect. Now we have bottom or top.
Oh my goodness. Bottom.
Bottom. Okay. And then we have one more. We have the right, or we have the left. Right or left?
Right.
Right. Okay. Perfect. So you can see right there, we just have all of these guys right here. We were shuffling all of them. And let me just open it right here. Let's see if I pop it right here. Somehow they all end up in the same format. Nothing happened, just like this. They were shuffling up, down, up, but you were able to close the picture in a perfect way. So that was pretty good job for you guys. You did it perfectly. Now, here's the magic. What's gonna happen, okay? Someone at home is gonna try to select exactly 3 pieces from that are gonna match one figure. So we have a clown, we have a pirate, we have what else do we have? We have a clown, we have a pirate. I think there was a soldier, and many little different things. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I want you to, let me just shuffle them so you can see. I don't know if you can see the completely shuffle right there, but here's what we're gonna do. Ian, I want you to tell me a number between 1 and 10.
7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Let's put 7 right here. Can you see the card right here, number 7?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then don't let me touch that card. That's gonna be your card, all right? So now let's see what we can do. Anybody else on the screen? Somebody type a number between 1 and 10 as well.
I see 5 first.
5. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's put it right here. And let's just get one last piece. Let's see whoever says a number.
Oh, there's so many. 4.
4. Okay, let's see. So 4, let's count. 1, 2, 3, and 4 is gonna be right here, okay? So we're gonna eliminate all of these little pieces of cards, and we're gonna play with only these 3. So you said, I think 5 at the beginning, no, 7, then somebody said 5, and then 2. Hopefully these
And
3
4.
are gonna be perfectly, and they're gonna match the exact little guy that we connected. So the first one is the head, right here, we have the head. Let's see this one, perfect, look at this. We have the body right there. And last but not least, it will be pretty cool if is the legs of the little lady. And let's take a look. Oh, okay, didn't completely match, but that's okay. That's okay. You guys selected this little Lego figurine with your numbers, and after all the shuffling, I was expecting it to be completely the same person. But remember this little box again that we have here? Watch this. If I show you, it happens to be that exact same lady that you guys selected from the start. So pretty good job to you guys. That is a little fun that I wanted to show you that you can do with the Lego. Now, can I show you one more, but with real cards this time?
Absolutely. I think everyone's pretty excited after that one.
Perfect. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna play with the cards. Now, these cards are not, they're regular cards, but it's more than 52 cards, okay? Now, in a deck, we have 52. In this one, we have 55. The reason why we have 55 is because we have the advertisement cards, you can see it there, and the 2 jokers, okay? Usually when I do magic, I take this apart, but for this example, I'm gonna need 55 cards. Now, Ian, by any chance, do you have your phone with you?
I do.
You do? Could you go to the timer?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know when you're in the timer.
You want a countdown or a stopwatch?
A stopwatch, stopwatch, yeah.
All right.
And then, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start doing some cuts right here on the table. And we're gonna see how long it's gonna take me, okay? When you're gonna say 1, 2, 3, and when you say 3, you start the stopwatch, and I'm gonna start doing all the cuts, all right?
Okay.
So let's see, let's try this. Whenever you're ready, I'm good to go.
All right. And 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stop. How long was that?
9.5 seconds.
9.5 seconds. That's amazing. That's the new record for me, believe it or not. I used to do it in 10 seconds. I used to do 1 second per pile. So that's pretty good. Now, I'm going to show you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 cuts. Now, Ian and everybody at home, all the kids may be thinking, what's the big deal about having 10 cuts in 9.5 seconds? Maybe some of you, I'm sure most of you, we're going to be able to do it in less than 9 seconds. But the thing is that we don't have any cuts here. These cuts are exact cuts. I've been practicing to make them exactly perfectly. What I mean by that is that in the first one, I was able to cut by only 1 card. In the second one, I was able to cut by 1 and 2 cards. In the third one, we had 1, 2, and 3 cards. In the fourth one, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards. Number 5, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Number 6, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Number 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Number 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Number 9, of course, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And in number 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 cards. So that means in 9.5 seconds, we were able to cut specifically in all these cuts. But not only that, we were able to do something a little bit better. Let me show you. In the first one, we cut by 1 ace. In the second one, by a 2, followed by the 3, followed by a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8, 9, and 10. Ian, what do you think about that, my friend?
I love seeing all the amazed faces, all the kids Shot.
But wait. Let's say we can do a little bit more with those 9 seconds. So we have all the spades. Let me just get all these packages out of the way. Now we have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of spades. So let's see if we're just gonna give it a cut. Let's see if we can find, maybe the jack, the queen, and the king. Now, at the beginning, I said that I was gonna be using 53 cards, which were gonna be the 2 jokers, followed by the advertisement card. Now, Ian, could you put the stopwatch to 0, please?
All right.
Let me know.
All right. So give you a countdown, 3, 2, 1 again?
Yes, please. Yeah.
All right. And 3, 2, 1.
Stop. How long was that?
1.7 seconds.
1.7 seconds. Let's see if in 1.7 seconds we were able to cut the cards in all the hearts, ace to king, just right there, in all the clubs, ace to king as well, and finally if we were able to do all the diamonds from ace to king in just 1.8 seconds, my friends. And that is the magic of the cards. Any questions?
I feel there are many. What a treat that is to see it. And, so Camilo, what would you call this type of magic that you specialize in, that's so up close and personal?
Close-up magic. That's exactly what it's called. Close-up magic.
Yeah. So, I guess there's, like you said, there's less to hide behind. There's no editing. There's no, it's very much, it's right here, and that's what you get.
That's what I love. That's my favorite thing about this kind of magic, or like magic in general. When it's live, it's like that's what it is. It's like you get it, and it better work. If it doesn't work, you have to find out a way. But that's my passion about it. Like that's what you're getting right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's really praising up the magic there. So maybe we'll save one more trick for the end of the episode.
Absolutely.
I
have tons more if you
want. All right, fabulous. So we will definitely close off with that, to much celebration. So I have a couple of questions that have come in. And first one is from Sophia. And you answered it early on. It was when you started, so we know that was when you were 4. But I'm going to add to it and say, what was the first trick that you learned?
The first trick, do I have the card? I'll show it to you in a second. But the first trick that I learned, and this is also a nice little story. So I went to this magician's house. Her name was Consuelo Lorgia, Colombian like me. And as I said, I was 4 years old. My mom found her she found her on the phone book. I went to her house. I was there for like a couple of months, I believe, like every Saturday. I used to go in the morning. And I arrived to her house, and I was the little kid, very shy. Just like this lady just started showing magic with like top hats and flowers and silks, and canes appeared out of nowhere. Like she's a professional magician, so she had all this huge equipment, and she was trying to show me all these things to get me excited, and I loved it, and it was fun. But the moment that she took the deck of cards out, that's when my attention started to, like, I was like, wow, this is great. So she started doing the magic with 4 aces. Okay. And I don't know if anybody at home knows this effect. It's a very well-known effect through families like this. Like usually the parents know this and they do it to the kids. And the idea is that you have 4 aces, and they're called the 4 robbers. And actually I teach this in the summer camp. So they take the 4 aces and they put them in 3 places. They take 3 of the 4 aces and they put them in different places of the deck. Boom, boom, boom. And then the 4 ace stays in the top. And then they just tap the cards, and the aces appear in the top of the deck. So that was the first one that I thought that I knew, like that she taught me. But when I went home, I was 4 years old. I didn't really pay attention of all the magic behind. So when I arrived to my house, I started doing the magic effect to my family, to my parents and my brothers. And guess what? I put the aces, 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth one, the ace of the spades, stayed on top. I tapped 3 times, and when I flipped them over, I had a jack, I had a 2, and I had a 5 of diamonds, like 3 completely different cards. It didn't work. First time that I did my first magic effect didn't work. I was crying. I went into my room. I was like, I don't wanna. Like, this is not my thing. Like, I fail as magician. Like, blah 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 blah. But then my parents came into the room. My brothers were laughing, of course, as good brothers will do. And my parents came into the room and encouraged me, never give up, keep trying, blah 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 blah. Let me see the notes. And then they show me again how the process worked, and then I did it again, and it worked, and I loved it. And well, here I am, 26 years later. But it's funny that the first time that I tried to do magic, I failed.
Well, I think that actually leads right in to the next question. 2 people asked this one. Lily Smallwood and Violet Cummings asks, what happens when a trick goes wrong?
Wow, that's Lily Violet. It's a great question, and welcome to my world. So many things happen. They go wrong. Not only in magic, but in life, and you just have to accept them and go with it, I believe. I don't force myself to fail on the stage, never. But when I start failing or something is not going the way that I want it, I love it, because my brain is in the middle of the show. You have 500 people in front of you, and I have to figure out how on earth am I gonna come out of this. So it has happened many times. The thing is that the audience never knows what's gonna happen, because a magician never says, hey, I'm gonna appear a bird. No, you just appear the bird. So because the audience doesn't know, you can always just move around and try to figure out how to come back to if something didn't work well. Obviously, there's so many effects, like the big illusions, that if they don't work, well, they don't work. And you just have to accept it the way it is. But I don't do that type of magic much. But with my shows, so many things have gone wrong in so many different occasions. And sometimes it's not because of me, it's because other things don't work. Sometimes when the audience member comes on the stage, they do something that it was not supposed to. They touch something they were not supposed to touch, or they did something. Or sometimes things break, or sometimes with technology, it happens all the time in a show, in a live show. And that's the beauty of a live show, anything could happen. So when that happens, you just have to stay calm, think about it. Don't show the audience that something didn't work. Don't say, oh my God, something didn't work, I'm so sorry. Just go with the flow and something will come. And I have an example of a spike. I used to do this effect with a spike, huge spike. And then you put it under styrofoam glasses, and we shuffle the glasses, and an audience member comes, and then they shuffle the glasses. So I don't know where the thing is, they don't know where the thing is, and then I try to, through psychology, to find out where the spike is. And I find it fascinating how the psychology behind of people work, because people in the audience, they go to see a magic show, to be amazed, to believe in magic, okay, to be or sometimes they go I want to figure everything out. But deep down, they're this was how did he do it? Or how did she did the magic, And when I'm going down, I see the faces of all the front row people. Some people are going oh my God. And some people deep down, they want the magician to fail. They want to be oh, he stabbed his hand. And they're waiting for that moment for the magician to fail. And when I go to shows, so many audience members want to screw up the trick in a way. Okay. And I have another story in a little bit about that. But in a reversed point of view, the audience, if you failed, and if they perceive that you're failing and you're able to come out at the end and figure out how it works, the audience love that. The audience is wow, well done. He was able to make it happen some way. So if something goes wrong, my best advice is just to don't panic. Don't panic. Just take your time, keep going with the show, and you will figure out a way to do it. And that's the important thing about rehearsal and doing it over and over again, because you never know when something is literally, you never know what's gonna go wrong. Sometimes the most basic things, that's when you fail in the things that you think like this. So yeah, that's what happens. But the little story that I was gonna tell you is I did a show. This was many years ago. I had more of a baby face, that I still do, but I had more of a baby face. And people hire me to do private events, and I arrive to this party. I arrive to the house, and then this gentleman opens the door, gives me a look, and he's like, are you the magician? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, for real? And I dress casual, like I don't wear the tuxedo or the top hat for my private shows. Like I put a tie, but not like a bow tie, like, oh, I'm a magician. And then I just do my shows, and the guy's like, are you wearing this? I'm like, yes, that's what I'm wearing, sir. I'm like, I hope you enjoy the show. So I start doing the show, and I know this guy is gonna try to do something to make me look bad in front of all these friends and all the family. He was at a house, so it was like only like 40 people. And I'm doing the magic, and then I asked the gentleman, okay, sir, could you please take the cards, shuffle the cards, and please take any card that you want. I'm gonna turn around. When you're done, take the card, put it back in the package, and then shuffle the cards and let me know so I can turn around. So when I turn around, I take the cards, and by experience, I know right away that I'm missing one card from my deck. Like I know the cards very well, so I know I have 51 cards. I know this guy is gonna give me a hard time, but in a way, I'm ahead of the game. So I start doing the magic, and I show the people. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle the cards, and I show the cards. And I said, okay, my friend. And the guy picked the 5 of spades. I'm never going to forget. He chose the 5 of spades. So I showed the people, okay, I'm going to show you one card. We have the Queen of Hearts, and I place it on the table. Right here, we have 2 of Diamonds. We're going to place it on the table. And right here, we have the King of Hearts, okay? So we have all these 3 cards here. The 4th card now is going to be your card, sir. Will you want to bet? And he's like, yeah, let's bet. I know you're not going to find my card. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So then I said, you know what? Before I show you the card, I'm going to tell you something. Some people come into the show to enjoy the show. Some people come into the show to kind of like be the super smart and try to ruin the effect. I don't know why people do this, but let me show you. Right here, we have a queen, a king, and another card. If I snap my fingers and then I turn the cards around, and we have a 5 of hearts, the 5 of diamonds, and the 5 of clubs, people go crazy. And then I said, by the last card, which I believe was your card, sir, is the 5 of spades. And I believe it's in your pocket now. And the guy just like, he's red, he doesn't know what to do, he takes the card out, people go crazy. And what happened is that people thought that I was such a good magician that I was able to put the card in his pocket. So in a way, he helped me to make the trick even better. So yeah, just always be prepared for these kind of things, because sometimes they work in your advantage.
Absolutely. That's a fantastic story to share for sure. Just you know, you can envision it hearing it. So I think it's a great story to share. So Camilo, how can people see your magic? I see you have at Camilo the Magician right behind you, so I guess that's an easy way to follow you. So
yeah, that's the best way. Like Camilo the Magician. Anything that you will look online, Camilo the Magician will drive you straight to me or to the song. But the song is connected to me, so it will work both ways. But yeah, on Instagram, I'm starting to put videos every now and then, do little videos. When this whole pandemic situation is over, we'll start doing YouTube videos to go around for more people on the streets and do magic. But yeah, Instagram right now is my #1 social media, and Facebook, of course. Like everything that I put on Instagram just go directly to Facebook. But I think Instagram is right now the #1 for me to find it. Go there. Follow, ask me questions, anything you want to know. As I said, I'm an open book. So yeah, go ahead.
All right, fabulous. I think you already gained a couple more followers just then, so that's great. Thank you, Graham Academy students, for some fantastic questions. And of course, the most popular question was, can you do one more trick? So before we clue up, let's have one more trick from Camilo Dominguez, Camilo the Magician.
Absolutely. Let's do couple. Take the cards out here. Let's see. We just used them, so they're organized from the start. So we're gonna shuffle the cards. So they're a mess. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Okay, so let's see. Ian, which is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with you. Let me shuffle one more time. Let me show to the camera that all the cards are completely shuffled. Now, Ian, I'm gonna spread the cards on the table like this. And then your job is to see, let's see, just right here like this, is to say, to say like where do you want me to stop?
Right there.
Right there?
Yep.
Perfect. Right there. Can you see? Oh, sorry. Let me just put it right there. You can see the card right there, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Now here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you the card. Doesn't matter if I see it. To be honest, I can see it right there on the screen, so that's okay. The 2 of diamonds. Okay. Now watch this. We're gonna take the 2 of diamonds and we're gonna put it right there. Okay. Now I want you to think on the card, and let's see. I'm gonna take the 2 of diamonds. Now remember, I spread the cards. You say stop anywhere you want. It could be any card. But watch this. If I go like this and I open, oh, there you go. There's gonna be 1 blue card right there. Okay. In the entire red cards is 1 blue card. And what was the card?
2 of diamonds.
Perfect. And there you go. There's gonna be the 2 of diamonds, the only blue card in the entire deck. Now we're gonna take your card, the 2 of diamonds right there. Now I'm gonna pass the cards like this. And could you please say stop anywhere you want?
Stop.
Right there, okay? Let's see. Second card is gonna be the 4 of diamonds, okay? Now watch this. Take the 4 of diamonds right here. Once again, the 4 of diamonds now is gonna change to a different color. So let's go like this. I'm gonna open the cards. And let's see if there is another card now. Okay, didn't turn out this time. First of all, we had the 2 of diamonds, but now it was the 4 of diamonds, the second one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So did anything, was your birthday lately?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so you chose the 2 of diamonds and you chose the 4 of diamonds. Watch this. I'm gonna take the 4 of diamonds or the 2 and make it actually the 4. And let's write just a little letter right there, which is gonna say, happy birthday for you, my friend.
Very, very cool. Thank you very much.
happy birthday. Okay, and now let's just finish to everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's finish with one more. Could you ask anybody in the chat to mention any card before you mention it? Try not to mention face cards. Okay, we just need one card, like a low card, like a 7 or a 4 or a 2 or a 3. A red card will be better, but any card that you want.
All right, I see 3 of hearts.
3 of hearts. So let's find the 3 of hearts. Okay, let's see. Let's shuffle the cards. Shuffle one more time. And let's see what we can do here. So the 3 of hearts. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if we can give it a cut to the cards like this. All the cards are facing one way. I'm gonna give it a cut. I'm gonna go like this. And one card is gonna be facing down, which is gonna be the one and only 3 of hearts. Okay, now from the 3 of hearts, anybody write on the chat something that I can make a drawing like quick, like a house, a flower, anything you want.
Dog.
A dog. Okay, I don't know how to draw it. Okay, well, I'm gonna attempt to make a dog. How do you do a dog? This is gonna be a very ugly dog.
No such thing
okay.
as an ugly dog.
I apologize for the drawing of my dog, but I'm gonna put just the word dog to make it easy. But that's my ugliest dog in the world, okay? But that's my dog, okay? In the 3 of hearts. Important thing is that you know that that's your picture, and it says dog, okay? Now, can you see the picture? Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So let's take. I'm gonna stand up. Let's take the dog. And thank you for writing the cute dog. Thank you very much. Now, let me show you. The dog is not going to be in the top or near to the top, and the dog is not going to be in the bottom or near to the bottom. Hopefully, it's going to be just somewhere in the middle. Now, Ian and everybody, watch this. If I take my finger and I just press right there, the dog is going to come to the top, okay? If I take the dog and I put it right here, right there in the middle, and I just press my fingers and I go like this, the dog comes to the top. Let's put the little dog one more time right here, right there in the middle. Now, if I don't press, well, nothing happens, the 2 of diamonds. But if I press, let's see, there we go. The dog comes to the top. So now the dog is just gonna be laying down all over the place in the deck. Now I take the dog, okay? I take the dog, I'm gonna put it right here, once again, right there in the middle. You can see it. I go like this, and the dog just comes to the top. So now let's see, if we just take the dog and put it right there in the middle. I go like this. You can see the dog is not in the top and is definitely not in the bottom. If I go 1, 2, 3, the dog is gonna come to the top. Now one last one, okay? I'll do it very, very slow. I'll take the dog, okay? Watch this, the 2, boom. Let's see. Yeah, the dog goes there. Let's see if I can make it like this. Amazing. The dog just comes back to the top. And just to finish, I'm gonna show you guys something. Please don't be afraid. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna come close to the screen. Let's just give it a shuffle. And now let me show you. So there is nothing inside my mouth. Ian, can you confirm there's nothing inside my mouth?
I can confirm there's nothing I can see inside your mouth.
Okay, is that the frame? Okay, perfect. So, oh yeah. There's one card right there. And somehow it happens to be our amazing dog that it was folded inside my mouth. And that's my magic for today, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And thank you for inviting me.
All right, thank you so much, Camilo Dominguez, Camilo the Magician. You could follow him on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Look up that handle right there. Thank you so much, Camilo, from us at the Graham Academy. And this has been The Stage Door, and we will have someone else on real soon. See you, everybody, and see you, Camilo.
See you, everybody. Thank you.